Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to another math class with me, Miss Taylor. I am glad you're here. All right, so let's see if we're ready for math. Do we have our fact practice packet? Got mine here. Textbook? Check. Workbook? Check. Paper, whiteboard, pencil? Yep. And today we are going to use our place value chart. So you might want to find your place value chart in your ones, tens, and hundreds pieces. It's going to help to kind of make sense of what we're doing today with renaming and regrouping. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on our fact practice packet for today. It is page 9 here at the bottom. And today we are doing kind of a mixture of adding and subtracting. Ooh. So with this one, it might be prudent before you even start with your fact practice to circle the sign. Like to see how these are all minus, 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 and then this one is adding. So you might want to, or maybe even go through and circle all the plus signs. And then you know all the rest of them are subtracting. So that's kind of a strategy that you can use if you have problems where some of them are subtracting and some are adding. It helps our brains to kind of make sense of the information if we can really draw attention to how they're different. So I see all of these are subtracting, this one's adding, these are subtracting. So even before I start, I'm just going to circle all the adding ones. Or you could even, if you wanted to like circle all the plus signs, and then you could go back and do those first, and then go back and do the subtraction ones, or vice versa. I know for me, subtraction is harder, so I might do the harder one first. I might go through and do 3, 1, 6, 6, and then kind of go through 5 and do all my subtracting, and then go back and do my adding. That's a little easier for me, but you choose what works for you. And again, our goal is to do this in 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, perhaps 30 seconds. Okay, so fact practice for today. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to work on this now, or you could do it after. All right, so today, as I mentioned, we're going to do some practice with something called renaming. Okay, so in our textbooks, let's see, it tells us a little bit about renaming on page 39. So on page 39, it has a problem for us here. It says 36 plus 28. So when we have 36 plus 28, well, first of all, why don't we go ahead, let's put this on our chart. They've already put it on theirs, and then it will make a little more sense for us. So we're doing 36. So I need 30. There's 30. And then I need 6 ones to make 36. All right, so there is there's 3, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay, so there's 36, and we're going to add to that 28. So I'll put that kind of down here at the bottom. I'm going to add 28. Okay, so now I need 8 ones. Get a bunch of my ones here. Let's see, how many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so when we are adding two numbers, we always start in the ones place. And in fact, I'm going to use a space over here to show us what that would look like if we are, so we're not looking at the hundreds right now, but I'm going to add 36 plus 28. And so when we are adding or subtracting, we always start in the ones place, and we always start at the top. Very prudent to draw lines to separate the ones and tens and hundreds too. Okay, now if we have 6 plus 8. Let's see, what's 6 plus 8? I know 8 plus 2, this would be 10, so kind of like a 10 and a 4, right? Because 6 plus 8 is 14, and 14 is the same as 10 and 4. Now, we can't put 14 in the ones place. And the reason we can't do that is because you can only put one digit in each place. So I can't just do this. I can't put a 14 there. There's a glare on my screen there. I can't just put 14 and be like, okay, now I'm done and I'm ready to go to the next place, because only one digit can fit here. So what we need to do is we need to rename this number. And what we do is we can take 10 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here I have 10 of these, and 10 ones is the same as 1 10 right here. So sometimes I like to pretend I'm doing a little bit of magic, even though it's not really magic, it's just renaming. But I take my 10 ones and I do a little magic, and I come up with a 10. Because isn't this the same as this? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename these 10 ones as 1 10. And now, how many do we have in our ones place? We have 4, right? And we put this 10 over here because we had 10 ones, but it wouldn't fit over here. So we renamed it into 1 10. Now let me show you what that looks like with our vertical algorithm. 6 plus 8, we said that was 14, but we couldn't fit 14 over here in the ones place. We can fit 4. And then we had to rename our 10 and put it over here. Let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this. I put a 1 here and then I'm going to circle it. Now the reason we circle it is because this little guy can often get forgotten. Sometimes we put him over there and then we forget to add him. And so when we circle and show our renaming, then it really helps us to make sure that we don't forget about that little guy up there. So then we've got our 4 ones. And now we can see how many 10s do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 10s. Or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? So this is 6 10s, which is the same as 60. Now if we go to our vertical algorithm, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, we don't want to forget to add that little guy, and that's what it looks like. So that is how we do our renaming with ones. And they've kind of showed us how to do that here in our textbook. So they were doing 36 plus 28, and they had our, let's see, there's their 36 plus 28, and here they're making a 10. So they're making a 10, and they're renaming it as 1 10 and 4 ones. And then over here, they're showing us what that looks like in the vertical algorithm way. So let's try a couple more together. Let's try, let's do this one. Okay. Let's try, I'm going to use this space over here again. Let's try 35 plus 7. Okay, let's try adding those. And this is a problem from page 40 in our books. Okay, so 35. So I need 3 10s. That's my 3 10s. And 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's my 35. And now I'm going to add 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so here I have 35 plus 7. 35 plus 7. So we always start in the ones place. We always start at the top. So 5 plus 7, ooh, we were practicing this strategy yesterday. 5 plus 7 is kind of like 5 plus sort of like a 5 and a 2, right? 7 is made up of a 5 and a 2. So we know 5 plus 7 is 12 because 5 plus 5 makes 10 and 2 more. Well, let's check. Here's our 5, and then here's our 5 and 2, right? So this makes 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. So in the ones place, we have 12. Now, can I put 12 down here in the ones place? It's my glare again from the light. No, I can't put 12 here, so we have to rename it. And how we rename it is we take 10 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we take these 10 ones and we rename it as 110. So here we're taking 10 ones. We could do a little magic if we want. And here's our 10 ones. And then I'm going to use my other hand. I'm going to take a 10 because we're just going to trade. We're going to rename this. So 10 ones, and we do a little magic. It's the same as 110. Now, is that true? See, we had 12. We took 10 of these, and now we have a 10 and 2. Yeah, that's the same. But this 10 needs to go over here. And then we have 2 left. And then what that looks like with our vertical algorithm is we have 5 plus 7 makes 12, but we can't put 12 here. So we rename it as 110. There's that 110 and 2 ones. And again, I would like you to try circling that little renaming because that guy can sometimes be forgotten. And the reason he's just a 1 is because this is the tens place, and we know that 110 means 10, not just a 1. And then 1 plus 3 makes 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have 4 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we get our answer of 42. All right. So let's try one more with our place value chart that has some bigger numbers. Like, let's see, here's one in our book, and it tells us we're going to practice this one. Let's try, oh, wait a second, I'm going to have to use my hundreds. Where am I going to write my problem? I might have to write it over here. Okay. So the problem we're going to work on is 318 plus 43. Okay, because now we're getting into some bigger numbers. I'm going to draw some lines to separate my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Okay, so we're going to do 318 plus 43. And let me show you what that would look like. We'll kind of go back and forth so we can see both. We can see what it looks like on our place value chart and what it looks like with our vertical algorithm. All right, so we have 318. There's 200 and 300. 318. So we need 110 and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So here we have, let's see, is that right? We have 318, 300, there's our 10 and 8, 318 plus 43. So we're going to add 43. All right. So we always start in the ones place, and we always start at the top. So let me look at my vertical algorithm here. I'm going to start in the ones place. I'm starting at the top. So 8 plus 3. Well, I know 8 plus 2 is 10. So 8 plus 3, I think, is 11. Is that right? Let's see. We have 8, 9, 10, 11, right? But can I put 11 down here in the ones place? No, I can't, can I? So we're not going to put 11 down here. We're going to do some renaming. So we're going to take 10 ones and rename it as 110. So let's take, here's 8, Here's our 8. I need 2 more to make it 10. Okay, now I've got 10 and 1. Because we know 8 plus 3 is 11, I've got 10 and 1. But I can't fit 11 ones into here, so I'm going to rename. We'll get one of my 10s here, and I'm going to do a little magic. I'm going to turn these 10 ones, ta-da, into a 10. There it is. So we still have 11. We're not really changing anything. We're just giving it a different name. So we still have 11, but we're just renaming it as 110 and 11. But it's still 11. All right, and how we do that on our vertical algorithm is we renamed it. So we put our little 1 up here. We circle it so we don't forget them. And then we put our 1 here in the ones place. So we have 110 and 11. And 10 and 1 makes 11. All right, and then we go over to the tens place and we add our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we have 60 or 6 tens. Let's see. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. You got it. And then the hundreds place, we didn't have to add any in the hundreds, so we still just have 3. If you want to put 0 here to help you, you could definitely do that. 3 hundreds plus 0 is 300, so our answer is 361. Nice job, second graders. So your homework for today is to try this. So we are practicing renaming our ones. When we have too many ones, we're going to take 10 of them and rename them as a 10. Okay, so let's look at our homework together. We are going to work on pages 47 and 48. Okay, so on page 47, let's see, take that out of there. On page 47, we're adding 2-digit numbers. So when you are working on page 47, I would highly recommend that you draw some lines to separate. It's a really prudent idea, helps us to stay organized and make sure that our ones stay in the ones place and our tens stay in the tens place. And then we're always going to start at the top. So here we have 2 plus 9, and we know that, well, I know 1 plus 9 is 10. So 2 plus 9 is 11. But we can't put 11 in the ones place. What we can do is put 110 and 1 1. We can definitely do that. Now, do we still have 11? Well, let's see. This little guy here, this is what he means. And this little guy here, this is what he means. Let's see. So we've got 1 1 and 1 10. Is that still 11? Yeah, we're just renaming it. We're just giving it a different name. Okay, and then we can go over to the tens place, and we have 6 tens plus 1, that's 7, plus 1 more is 8. And then we put it just like that. And then when we look down here at the bottom, oh, actually, they've kind of helped us with our answer for this one is 81, and there's an A by it. And down at the bottom, it says, write the letters which match the answers. You will find a message. And here, there's our answer, 81, and there's an A. So that helps us to check our work. Oh, good. We did it correctly. We could give ourselves a little check or a little star. Let's try one more. Let's start in the ones place. 7 plus 5. Ooh, I know 5 plus 5 is 10. And 7 is made of a 5 and a 2. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Can we put 12 in the ones place? No, we can only put 1 digit. We can only put a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. We can't put 10. We can't put 11. We can't put 12. But what we can do is rename this 12 as 110. Let's circle it. And 2 ones. This is what this really is. If we put a 1 there, that's a 10. Whoops. Pieces are falling. And 2 ones. Where are my 2 ones here? Where'd you go, little guys? Here they are. So what this is this. 7 plus 5 is 12, but we can't put 12 here. But what we can do is put 1 10 and 2 ones. Okay, then we can go to the tens place. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. Let's check to see if we got our right answer. So B is 92. Let's see if we can find a 92. See 95. Oh, maybe we made a mistake. Oh, it happens. Oh, wait a second. There's a 92. So what we do here for number 92, because that's our answer, we put a B. All right, and then by the time we finish, we should have a little message. I think I have a prediction of what the message might be. Okay, so that's page 47. Page 48 is also your homework, but don't panic. You're thinking, oh, these are bigger numbers, Miss Taylor. They are bigger numbers. They're 3-digit numbers and 3-digit numbers, some 2-digit numbers, but we are still renaming in the ones place. We're still sometimes having too many ones. So even though these are bigger digits, it's the same idea. Let's go ahead and do one together. Let's go down here. I'm going to draw my line to separate, my lines to separate my hundreds, tens, and ones. Let's start in the ones place. I have 5 plus 5. Ooh, we know 5 plus 5 is 10. Now, can I put a 10 down here? No, because the number 10 actually has 2 digits. So what we have to do, we have to put the 10 in the tens place. Let's circle it. Because 5 plus 5 is 10, I'm going to put a 0 here. Now what this means is 1 10, 0 ones. Let's see, do we still have 10? Yeah, because this is 10. So 5 plus 5 is 10. It looks like this. Here's our 10, and then we have 0 ones. 4 tens plus 1 10 is 5 tens. And then in our hundreds, 6 hundreds plus 100 is 7 hundreds. Now, same kind of idea to help us check our work, because this is a new concept for us. We're going to color in the spaces with our answers. So if we don't see our answer down below here, then it's a clue for us, maybe I made a little mistake. Maybe I forgot to add this little guy. And that's why I would like you to please circle your renaming. Okay, 750. Do we see 750? Oh, I think I spotted it. There it is. Oh, good. So we must have done that correctly. Yay. All right. So I think I'm going to let you go ahead and try to do this one. Keep going on your own. You will notice that you should have something circled, I think, on every problem. Even on this page, you should have a little 10, and there's a 10. So that's kind of a clue for you. We're working on renaming when we have too many ones. Like here, we're going to have too many ones, too many ones, too many ones. So that's kind of our pattern. We have too many ones, so we're going to have to do some renaming. So in all of these problems, you should have a little 1 with a circle, right? Because 7 plus 6 is 13, but I can't put 13 here. Can I put 1 10 and 3 ones? Yes. Okay. All right, but be careful. 1 10 and 3 ones, not 3 10s and 1 1, because that would be 31. But if you look at it here, oh yeah, that looks like 13. Oh yeah, that looks like 10, a 1 and a 0. All right, have a wonderful day, scholars, and I will see you again soon. Good luck with your renaming. Bye.